Grieving. A lot of my time is spent negotiating the different kinds of griefs life throws up, with people from every walk of life. Grief does not discriminate. It is inescapable. It is the cost of love, and I think most people say that it would be a cost worth paying. But even without the death of a loved one, life is full of grief, actually. Losses happen all the time. Whenever we make a decision, we turn down one path and leave another behind. Even if we are sure and happy with our decision, we have left behind another option. I guess food envy is a very silly example of what I'm talking about. But imagine the decision to become a parent. You lose a lot of freedoms. You take part in a relationship. You no longer have just yourself to consider. You leave one job for another and you lose familiarity. You move home and you leave behind memories. We are constantly navigating little and big losses. And sometimes we will be fine with that loss, and other times grief will hit in massive and in other times small ways. Grief travels with each of us differently, but we will all encounter it. And especially when it comes to the ends of things, the finishes, whether by choice or not, grief is inevitable. And of course, it's certainly true of death, where the world shifts a little with every person no longer with us. And so along with grief, we make space for remembering and marking and acknowledging the capacity of our hearts to hold within them so much. In Holy Week, we are reminded of the profound fear and loss experienced by the disciples, who were facing the end of a world-changing 3 years following Jesus, and the horror at his arrest and imprisonment. He went on to die, and they had no idea what came next. I cannot imagine the darkness that they lived in. Yet their grief travelled towards new life. As they saw the possibilities of the resurrection, as they realised there was more to come, the new possibilities, held with the unimaginable uncertainty, had the capacity to continue and draw together a new community and build a church which still remains. Grief isn't the end of us, and death does not have the last word.